Unreal. Morning. Watch me work hard for once. So, a little bit about what I was doing there. So, I opened up the gates and then got the cows up on my way up and then pushed them towards the parlor on the way back. Did both sides, and then since this is the first group and the milker's waiting on cows, bring the cows in and then come back and scrape it, scoop the manure out, and then kind of push the stalls level with that scraper. So this is what you call a crossover. You scrape the manure. That's a back scratcher. My back was itchy. And this is a water bowl. So whenever you do crossovers, you always look to make sure that cow didn't poop or pee, or if the water bowl's too dirty. You gotta clean it out. These don't look so bad, it's just feed. Yeah. So what collects the manure for us are scrapers. When we walk back, I'll show you what that is, but it's pulled by a plow and a cable to a drum or to a machine that wraps the cable around the drum. And then because it's so cold, and my brother's on holidays and the kids aren't on the farm, my brother took the grates off. Usually we have them here, but since it's so cold, it's actually freezing to the grates. But anyways, here's the tunnel at the back of the barn that gets filled up with manure that we pump over to the big tank every month or so. I'm coming. So these are a few of our dry cows here, and this is our calving pen. First thing you do when you walk into the barn here, check to make sure there's no cows that calved overnight. They gotta make their rounds. So we're just in the office here in front of the computer. So all of the cows have a Fitbit around their neck. So what this Fitbit does is it essentially collects data off the cows, and you can make management practices based on that. If a cow's feeling off, she's gonna walk around less, and you're gonna see her activity is down, and then you can compare it to what her milk production was and so forth. So yeah, these things are pretty cool. Show you guys kind of what here, it's health and management, so you can kind of see the activity of the cow. So my brother mostly raises Angus calves. I like to call them Angies. All three are Angies. We raise them up to a week old, and then someone comes and picks them up and raises them to finishing weight. It's a very lucrative thing right now. A lot of farmers, dairy farmers, are inseminating a lot of crossbreed Angus calves to their dairy cows. Man, hit, man, hey, man, hit, man, hit, man, hit, man, hit, man, hit, man, hit, hit, man, hit. So the reason we bed with sand is it's like laying on a beach. It forms to your body, it's comfy, bacteria doesn't grow in it. Yeah, it's the best bedding for a cow, no doubt about that. But anything after, it's the worst. So you either do it for the health of the animal, or you do it because you don't like fixing stuff, or you don't do it because you don't like fixing stuff. Yeah, the main reason why people don't do sand is your maintenance costs on everything are higher. Just finished bringing in the last group there. Close the gates up. We're gonna go feed now. You never have to worry about plugging that thing in. I don't even think there's a plug-in port, but so it's pretty dark outside. I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get of feeding, but what we use is a Kubota R640 Trail A twin screw 2-1800, and then 6150M. Yes, there is no heater on that thing. What we put in the mix is some straw. This is our supplement, which is corn, soy meal, canola meal, and our mineral, and then haylage and corn silage. 4 ingredients, goes fairly quick. So yeah, with that, feed the cows. Got morning feeding done. Cleaned up the commodity shed here. Got a load of soya and canola and some other stuff coming this week, so wanted to change it up a bit where the auger trailer can just dump it at the back there before we were dumping it there and kind of bucketing it. Pushed some snow, so we'll clean these bottles from the calves and then do a round in the dry cows and then head over and do some chicken barn chores. What I just did there was I went through the dry cow pen and scraped out any manure and leveled the sand and pushed it up and did the crossover. So dry cows are expecting mothers. This is what we call the far off dry cow group. And then here is where we have cows that are going to calve relatively soon. So we put them on the pack so that if they are born a week early, they're not born in an alley. They're born on a straw pack. That sun peeking through. It's just before 8 o'clock, so gonna quickly make a coffee, head over and do some chicken barn chores. The parlor and holding area is all washed up here. While my coffee's brewing, I'll show you guys the milking parlor quick. So this is the holding area. That's the crowd gate. That's what they call that. This is the milking parlor. It's a double 10 Gia parlor, Westphalia. It's a parallel parlor. The parlor at home's Germania, herringbone. The parlor at home is really nice. It's 30 years old now, I think. It's all stainless and still milks 3 times a day. Here we only milk twice a day. So parallel the cows sit, you attach the milkers between the two back legs, where with the herringbone, you attach them between the front and the back leg. A parallel takes up less space, the pit isn't as big, you do a little less walking. This is a double 10. This is not my area of expertise. Growing up, both my brothers were more cow guys than I was. I kind of gravitated towards the equipment side, and my dad was more of a cow guy, so I was kind of on my own. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I enjoy dairy farming more than chicken farming. It's just chicken farming provides flexibility for what I do. You don't have to be there twice a day at the exact same times, where with dairy, you gotta milk them. A little bit about the parlor. The girl that was milking, I didn't want to film it. The afternoon milker coming in today is Bentley. I know he watches it, so I'll set up the camera and you guys can watch him a bit. So, come on, let's go. No free ads. Okay, we'll head over and go do some chicken barn chores now. It's nice and warm. It's like 29, 30 degrees in here. It doesn't take very long with the age of bird. It's just a bunch of up and downs, and yeah. That's one barn done. Just got to multiply that by 4, and that's that. Birds are off to a really good start, like really good. They're fairly uniform. They're very active, and everything's just going good. Knock on wood. I'm Dutch, I got a wooden head. So I clearly wasn't thinking when I was putting stuff in here which one I needed. I definitely don't need this one anytime soon, but I do need that one. Oh no. If you don't have one of these, I highly suggest you get one. We've had one for 2 years, and I can't even count how many times we've used it. They're the handiest thing in the world. You just charge them in your vehicle through a USB port, and then it'll start this 9-liter engine, which is pretty well dead. No issues whatsoever. I think they're like $500 now. If you're gonna buy one, get the big one, the 4250. Yeah, the Arctic was pretty well dead, so it'll start it. No issue. What? Did I forget to turn it on? Unreal. Snow pushing's on hold. I got a call from trucking company saying that there's soy meal and canola meal coming to the dairy. So just unloading some soya and canola here. This is canola, that's soya. This is a bit of a Mickey Mouse operation right now. Got the yard all cleaned up here. As you can see, there's just snow everywhere. I used the bucket first, and then I used the box blade. The bucket has, well, you can cut down with the cutting edge, and you can do a really good job scraping. So I just do the main pushes with the bucket, and then after I clean everything up, clean up the fishtails and whatnot with the blade. Seems to work good. Yeah, but beautiful day. No babies. So commodities put away. I'm gonna go for lunch now. It's kind of a Mickey Mouse setup. This isn't a permanent commodity shed, so that's why it's just kind of piled all over the place. But yeah, clean up some door tracks, and we'll go for lunch. Just picked up some lunch from Zare's Country Market. So this little shop's in Millbank. Chicken salad sandwich. And if you ever go to Anime's or this place, get this butter. This butter is unreal. Best butter you can buy. Of course, I got some other treats. Homemade cinnamon apple muffins. So the reason I get takeout lunch a lot is if I go in my house to eat lunch, I'm gonna be in there for longer than I should, and then I procrastinate. So this way, I get it to go, and I just keep on working. Well, that's 3 hours I'll never get back in my life. Hopefully that's it for snow pushing this week. All the yard's cleaned up. Gonna make a mess. So we're back at the dairy farm for chores. I've driven back and forth a few times today. Bentley's milking tonight, so I'm gonna see if he wants to put the camera in front of the parlor and you guys can watch him for a bit. So Bentley's bringing in his cows right now, so we'll go check up on them. Here. Hi. Okay, I'll go check up on Bentley while the calves drink their milk. The two are a little slower. Took them a little bit this morning to finish their milk. Checking the computer. Okay, we'll refresh and we'll also check. None. I saw 936 was in heat. Oh. Okay, Bentley's gonna milk. How's it feel to be on YouTube? Dogs love toenail clippings from the cows. No free ads for Kirby. No babies. Gotta make sure the camera's pointed away from me while I end this video. Now that that camera's out of the way, I can end this video. Daily chores. Did a little bit of snow pushing. Well, 3 hours of it, which seems to be a daily chore these last couple months. Can't do anything about it. And then got some commodities unloaded, and then did night chores. Got a workout in. I try and do strength training or CrossFit 4 or 5 times a week. Doesn't always work out with a schedule, but it's something that I think is important. And yeah, so came back, ate supper, did night check at the chicken barns, do a night check at the dairy barn, and no babies. So going to bed and do it all over again tomorrow. With that, thank you for watching. See you later.